Hi, Tea Society. Welcome back to the Antisocial Button. Today we are checking out Momo's Money in My Pocket, and I don't know what to expect from this, and that makes me nervous because I feel like Momo is in like a very specific mode when she's doing Misa mode things. It's a lot. It's a lot for me to process. I have no idea what this song is going to sound like. I just feel like I'm in danger. The picture they're using is cute, but I don't trust that. Okay. Ambient noises.
Money in my pocket. Money in my pocket. Money in my pocket. Honey.
Oh, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're starting off immediately with a chant of some kind. Onomatopoeia. The tension she puts in her voice. I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm not going to be thinking about the way that she says honey for a while. That's fine.
Money in my pocket. Money in my pocket.
It's like a snap.
Honey, I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. Don't need nothing, no one got nothing on the go like me. A chance like this don't come for free. Gotta give it all you got to be get it to the top. I'm a lion, I'm the king. Don't call me queen. I'm
processing. So we're getting rapper Momo. That's what we're getting, rapper Momo. Which is fine. It's not like I bias rappers all the time, and this is gonna... Is my face going red? Okay. Actual constructive thoughts. Great beat on this, which I think given we have the like drum onomatopoeia in the song, you need to have a great beat to it. The way that she put like a little bit of like a cry in her voice to accent the one word, that was a lot. I'm just malfunctioning. My brain will eventually catch up. We'll get there.
I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket.
I like the layered vocals. Yeah, that like gat. Yes, ma'am. Oh my god, the beat coming in. There's so much. Okay, I like the I'm a lion, I'm a king, don't call me a queen. Don't put me into a different category than everyone else. I think that that's what a lot of this is. It's like money in my pocket being like, I know my worth. Like, I know what I'm already bringing when I perform something, when I'm singing something, when I put out a piece of music of any kind, right? Like, I know what I'm bringing. Like, it's in my pocket already. And even like finding a pocket, right, in some kind of creative venture is almost like being in that like flow state, right? Like it's knowing how you fit well into that, right? So I love all of that imagery, and then saying, don't put me into some other category of just a member of Twice or just a girl group singer. Don't put me into a specific category because I'm going to break out of that. And I like saying, don't call me a queen as I'm a king, don't call me a queen, of being like, don't put me in a different place from everyone else. Don't say like, oh, you're great for a female idol, right? You're great for a girl group, right? Be like, don't put me somewhere else. I'm in the same ring as everybody else, right? Like I know how I fit into that dynamic. The bass crashing in, there's a performance for this. That's interesting. That might need closer scientific investigation for no particular reason whatsoever. I like that sweep. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. I love the drums. Ooh, it's an interesting instrument. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. Don't need nothing, know my worth. Ooh, really interesting with some of the like instrumentation, like the synths being chosen to be put in there. Saying there's almost like a wind instrument, it almost sounds like. The drums really interesting. It's like the higher, almost like wooden sounding kind of instrument. I think is like a great way of kind of countering some of that. It gets like a nice hook to it, right? Like it's a very distinct sound, I feel like, given some of the bassier beats in this, which also I'm thinking because we have a dancer with Momo, that having something that's very like bassy, has a very clear percussion, is going to be something to play around a lot with a performance, and having like choreography and all that. But also having more of that repetition in lyrics means that you can shift the focus to the performance as opposed to like doing a bunch of things lyrically or vocally. It's about choosing how this is going to fit in to the way that she wants to present the song in full, not just in terms of what it is audio wise, but also when you bring in performance, especially when she's like saying, if you want to dance me, right? Like the idea of you need to get past me if you want to, if you want to dance me away, of being like, if you want to be in the same ring, you're going to have to deal with me. I'm going to have to be somewhere else if you want to outdance me, which I like the confidence.
I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. Don't need nothing, know my worth. Money in my pocket. Money in my pocket. Money in my pocket. Get it soon, or I won't be gone. I'm a unicorn, yes, I'm a paragon. You wanna have it, and the bitch miss me. Ain't got nothing on me. Everybody in this house knows the spot's the time. But I'm gonna sort of keen not to be the first. So if you wanna wait for me, baby, better don't wait long. Cause I will be gone in the morning sun.
I wasn't ready for the speed up. I wasn't ready for her. I was like, we're getting like full rapper Momo, and I'm just like processing in real time and trying not to have the biggest gay panic. Like I feel like I'm internally, I want you to know that I'm that SpongeBob meme where everything's on fire and people are just like running around. That's what's happening inside my brain. I'm trying to stay focused for the sake of like an actual video. The speed up is good. The speed up is a nice little touch. It's a little flair and everything. So many, again, like the instrumentation, I think having these very distinct, interesting instruments coming through that are very like staccato percussion feeling adds really well to the overall performance. It draws in to specific points, right? Where it's still kind of like hooking you back in, right? As the song goes on. I'm a unicorn is great of being like, I know that no one can take my place, right? I know, like I was saying before, don't put me in a different category from everyone else and say I'm like lesser than, or I have to exist in a different category. I can't compete with the same people, or that I'm even like a queen is like in relation to a king as opposed to being your own standalone thing. So saying I'm a unicorn, saying I exist like on my own, and also I'm hard to replicate, I'm hard to beat, I'm hard to like even be a contender against, because unicorn being something that's very unique and mythical, right? Even though like you want to have me like slow that all down, like distortion, and I bet you miss me, like saying if you don't keep up with me, you're going to miss your chance to like join in on the fact that I am this talent, or have an opportunity to be acknowledged by me, or be in the same ring as me, right? Like she knows at this point the kind of star power that she has as like someone who's been in Twice for a while. Momo being its own kind of like unit off of that. It's like after a career that she's had, right, where she's had a lot of success, they've had a lot of the biggest songs, they've won awards, like they've done all of these things. So it's, hey, I don't need to play nice with everybody. So if you're gonna look down on me or not give me the respect that I've earned through my hard work, through having this career, then bye, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss out on so much by not being on my good side, like not acknowledging me at this point, because the heights I'm about to reach still. So I love all of that. And even like the speed up right after that of being like, almost like she's rushing away from you, right? There's this pickup of her being like, I know that I'm just like, this is a train that's like speeding up and still going forward, and I'm still doing all of these things, and you'd better keep up or get out of the way, right?
Get it soon, or I won't be gone. I'm a unicorn, yes, I'm a paragon. You wanna have it, and the bitch miss me. Ain't got nothing on me. Everybody in this house knows the spot's the time. But I'm gonna sort of keen not to be the first. So if you wanna wait for me, baby, better don't wait long. Cause I will be gone in the morning sun. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket.
I love all the layered vocals coming in.
I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. Don't need nothing, know my worth. Money in my pocket. Money in my pocket. I got my intuition telling me how to act. I know my belly when I bell you that.
Just like even that little like instrumentation there with the clinking sound. Again, I think like money, you've got like coins or whatever, but this very like clinking sound in there as well. An interesting thing to bring in. Even the mixing of some of those ad libs or backing vocals is like panning from one side to the other. I was like noticing that partway through of sometimes it's on the right, sometimes on the left, sometimes it's like literally panning back and forth over the course of an ad lib. And I think that's really interesting just in terms of like interest, but also it has this all encompassing kind of of feeling to it, right? Like surrounding you. She's checking off all of the boxes. She can cover all of that ground on herself. Even like the next line, it's call me little girl. Again, like I was saying, try to put me in a different category, try to talk down to me, try to not see the value that I'm bringing or the talent that I have or the work that I've put in. Go ahead. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be the one wearing the crown and you're going to be the one who everyone goes, who? Right?
Money in my pocket. Money in my pocket. I got my intuition telling me how to act. I know my belly when I bell you that. Right, that come out of my mind. Come a little girl. I'm getting hurt.
I beg your absolute pardon. I was going to talk about the fact that we got some singing vocals and then you whispered at me like that. I'm processing. I'm putting it in a box and I'm putting it to the side to deal with later. Fine. Nope, we're good.
Telling me how to act. I know my belly when I bell you that. Right, that come out of my mind. Come a little girl. I'm getting hurt. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. Don't need nothing, know my worth. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. I got the money in my pocket. Don't need nothing, know my worth.
Ooh, I love that little walk down to and ending on know my worth of saying, I know what value I bring. Like, I know who I am. I know my talent. I know the work I've put in. I don't need you to say anything. You don't need to give me a title. You don't need to give me a compliment. I don't even need your approval. I don't need anything from you. You don't even need to stay out of my way. I'm going to be gone anyway. We can play nice. We can have a cordial conversation. Or I'm going to be leaps and bounds ahead of you because I don't need you. I'm perfectly fine on my own, right? And I think it's such a good concept for her to do as a soloist after having, again, a career with Twice, doing this project with Misamo, and then having something by herself, saying, yes, I like working with Twice. Yes, I like working with Misamo, but I can do this on my own. I can have that star power by myself. I like working with the group, though, right? It's not that I need anyone to carry me. Right? I can do that all on my own. And then even within this particular release from Misamo, I feel like this concept works really well with the overall like message that they were going for from what I've heard so far. I'm gonna need some moments to process some of the things that are locked away in that box. We're just gonna put that to the side because we can't contemplate all of that right at this juncture because this is gonna be on the internet. So I'm just rating myself at like a little bit, but if someone wants to recommend me like a live performance to check out, and maybe we'll do that on Patreon, and what happens on Patreon stays on Patreon. That was so good though. I really like getting to hear more of Momo on her own. We've checked out some dance stuff from her, but I love getting to just hear what she does with her voice because I feel like she's had such a progression in terms of doing Twice stuff. Like I've checked out stuff at the beginning of their career. I've checked out more recent comebacks, and I'm still missing like the connecting bit that is like the full transition of like her and the way that she works within the group or like the way that she uses her voice. But I feel like there's such a distinct difference between what Momo was like at the beginning of Twice and what she's like with more recent comebacks. So I really like getting to see this because I think this is like an interesting kind of jumping point within that transition, getting into some of the stuff with their more like recent comebacks with This Is For, right? The way that Momo was and all of that. Anyway, I feel like this was maybe a warning shot of some of the things that were going to be coming with some of the releases after doing this Misamo project and the way that she's continuing to play with her performance and what she brings to it. And it makes me very interested to see how it gets translated into a live performance because I think that Momo is very performance minded in the way that she goes about any kind of like vocal or like persona that she brings into a song. I feel like it fully comes together when I get to watch like the music video or a performance where I can see how she's using the way that she's playing around with the persona in her voice. She has so much character and like distinct feeling to her vocals that I kind of see the way that she ends up playing with it when she gets into a performance space. So interested to see what this one is like, even if it might cost me my soul. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made. I've already learned that from Twice songs. Maybe it's just something that has to be done, but I hope you enjoyed listening to that along with me. You can click this playlist to go into my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to me next time I post a Twice reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.